Hi guys, welcome to DevOps School. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about Ansible network modules. Ansible network modules can configure your network state, test and validate existing network state, and discover and correct network configuration drift. After going through this tutorial, I promise you that the concept and understanding of Ansible will be absolutely clear to you. This series divided into multiple parts, therefore subscribe to the channel and follow the playlist.
But before that, let me ask you a few things. Are you dreaming of a career with higher pay and more responsibilities? Or are you ready to take your skills to the next level this year? Then start investing in DevOps School certification level courses which will help you to emerge skills for a wide range of entry level roles and as well as higher potential future positions. But with thousands of courses online and in classroom worldwide, finding the right one for your career goals can be difficult. You can consider our courses like Agile Developer, Agile QA, DevOps Certified Professionals, Site Reliability Engineering, DevSecOps, and Masters in DevOps Engineering, where you will have access to well-structured, easy-to-follow course content that has been developed and will be delivered by industry professionals. You can join on our training programs globally through online platforms, and if you are looking for classroom workshops, then we have regular sessions available in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi NCR, Mumbai, and in Pune. Simply compare our many courses, find the one that suits your style and schedule best, and start today.
So here, this is the variables. Now we discuss about different kind of variables yesterday. So we used variables with a playbook. We used variables with inventory, and then also we have understood by end of the day where and all we can place the variables in roles. Here we have two types of variable. This is not official. This is, I believe, these are two types of variable: custom variables, fact variables. Now, custom variables which we define, we can change it. Different places, different scope, precedence. I did discussed and demo also, and precedence also changes with it. Fact variable, which is a system defined variable and cannot change, which we have understood. Now here,
Rajesh, just on that, still in the exercise, right, lab exercise, you given a lab like find a list of dot text file in some directory and output using register variable.
yes.
So that register variable is anything covered? Because then I did some Google and did by myself, but something is covered or?
So register variable is a way to register a variable dynamically. Now that I have not shown you any demo, I did not discuss, but yes, that was a part of the assignment. So I can show you the demo that I missed out. But like that, we have so many different modules and variables. I just said, remember guys, one thing we need to understand the things here. Most important things I'm supposed to add it, but sometime just look at this number. Look at this number and how much we are covering, hardly 20 or 20, 25 or something like that. So yes, we have a limitation. That's, you did good thing. You Google it and you found out, but today I will cover that one also. Okay. So here I am going through this. Okay, so here now, so we started with how to declare the variables in playbook. Then we discussed about how to declare the variable through external files in playbook. Then we discuss about how to embed variables through tasks, and I think that should be here, but I cannot locate that examples here. Is it here? No. Somewhere here. So we can include the variables at a task level also. Then we discussed how to declare a variable through the command line. Also, we have also discussed what are the precedents and stuff like that. Now, overall, we declare the variable these many types. Okay, one is missed out, which is register it. Register is a dynamic variables which got missed out. So which I'll show you the demo just after this. Let me keep a note of it so I will not miss this. Okay, so I just said, now if I say here, let me remind you there are more than 30 different kind of types of variable we can declare in the Ansible, but hardly we could cover. I think most important were 14 to 15. Remaining will be missed out for sure. So here, this is a kind of variables we can declare in the playbook. Now here, then we started discussing about the variables in inventory, and then here we talked about, okay, how can we declare the behavior parameter. But here when we declare the custom variable, it was not accepting it. So finally we moved into the vars, and I told you what is the importance of this keyword. So you know this, what is a web, but vars, which will help us to feed the variables in inventory. Now then we also moved into the host level variables and group level variables with the help of the directory. This is called host vars and group vars, and this is the one of the best way to manage the variables. Why? Because usually inventory we do not use uh, to keep the variables, so we usually keep it in the host vars and group vars. So here, if you declare a variables in inventory, here vars in inventory, vars in group vars, group level, all host level we discuss, and probably we did it, and I hope you have done it also. Now we discuss about the fact variable, and we got to know who's empowering the fact variable. So fact variable is empowered by the tool which is called factor, and this is consumed by the module called setup. Okay, and some of the fact variable we have used it here, and this is the star. Okay, this is the star. Now here I think we did, this is the conditioning. Yeah, so here we did the conditioning also with the help of when. By the way, let me tell you, here there's so many form of conditioning is possible. So for that one only purpose, I have shared you the URL which has some of the conditioning, with the single conditioning, multi conditioning, and also using the Python, using the functions. Many things can be possible here, because ultimately YAML, this Ansible is written in Python. So anything you want to do in Python, that also you can use it if your modules is in Python. So those are the things is always open. This is called customization. So in fact, the one someone Neelam was talking about, he is talking about iterating through the list. So that is also, it will come along with the Python Jinja, because Jinja 2 supports uh, in Python we have a template, we using Jinja 2, and we are using Jinja 2 for the Ansible also. So in Jinja 2, actually you can write Python code also. So that is what he was talking about. I will cover this part also. I'll move this in up of ladder, so you will understand that. But again, for this, you need to have a little bit of Python basics understanding, so you can understand the code. Now here, apart from that, I think we did quite a good amount of lab. By the way, only 5 to 6 people I saw that you have submitted. So I request you all to please do that. I think some of you might have done it in the offline hours. So this is the one. And here I was talking about the problems. And this is the problem which is very important. Problem here is, how do we manage, organize, and share variables, templates, files, handlers, and tasks with each, and how do we manage well, and how do we organize well. And for that I said we have a role. Role is a way of sharing uh, all these components of Ansible and with each. Now what is a role? So yes, it's just a fixed directory structure, nothing else. Fixed directory structure which understand by Ansible. And I think I have shown you the demo also. Yes, I have shown you the demo also on this part. So this was a growing playbook which I had it. This was a growing playbook which I had it. So here we converted a role. But before role, I also talked about if you don't want to use role, then what is the alternative? So yes, there is an alternative available. So you can convert into to play, or you can convert into the separated task file, and we can call it. And I think I showed you the demo also, and you did it also. I guess I have seen some of you have done it. The example program, you can find it at this blog, uh, which I have consolidated and I have discussed also. Now coming back to the role, here you're calling the to play by the way. Now coming back to the roles, we showed you how to create a role, a skeleton, role skeleton, and that we did through init web. Now here we also discuss about the each and everything about the skeleton of uh, roles directory, and then we discuss about the each file, the significant of each file into it. Okay, there's nothing great because it's a simple rule. When you call, let's say, one package like a jar file, uh, so jar file is a package or any executable exes and all, then default class, the master class, has to be called upon. That's the default behavior in any programming language. So here also is the same concept. If you call the role, which one will be executed? This one. So here tasks main.yaml will be executed, and then followed by defaults, file handler, meta, templates, test, and all. I talked about except test. We covered all these things because test is not a part of our discussion training. For this, we can, if you want, I can give you the quick demo at the end of the tomorrow, because that way we know that how much time we'll have and get into that. So this is the what we have. So any questions, guys? So far we have any questions?
Rajesh, I just pasted in the message. So actually, we are currently using SaltStack. As I have already informed you that we are in the process of migrating to Ansible. So where we have some sort of variable stored in the files. So based on the executions using Jinja, we are creating a variable that process the Jinja variable using Jinja.
So can you share with me this file actually in .jinja? Do you mind if this is not a protected file? Then please share that whole project. I understand the concept here. You are iterating actually, but what is the question? I do not understand.
Yeah, sure. I'll check that whether the Jinja have some internal things.
If you want to understand this one, definitely I'll show you, because I think Neelam has said we have to go through the iterative through list, that I can do that. But if you want to understand this particular code,
because in our environment, no, we have some standards in server naming. For example, the first 4 characters represent the site code. So based on that site code, for an example, using the fact, we can get the host name. So we have to parse that first 4 characters, and based on that site code, we need to do a lot of things. So we need to assign the proxy server for that site code. Yeah. Likewise, we need to dynamically create a variables based on that server name. Yeah. Actually, this is what it is doing here.
So yeah, if you want to learn this one, I'll show you the simple example and I will put it up. But if you want me to explain you that what exactly is happening, probably you have to show me the full code. And then I can help you to understand this. So for time being, I will put it this one. What is this? Iterate through the list. This is what you are doing, and I'll get you this example done. Okay. But what exactly it's happening here, what is the output and all, it's completely depend on many files which is here. Now it's importing also with some context. This is again Python program. So we'll have to understand the Python little bit of also to understand this code better. Okay. So I have
Yep,
I have
sure.
a list.
I
I
have
will help.
pasted environment Jinja in the message.
Yeah. So Jinja, most of the code you will find it. Okay, just a second. So I believe there's a multiple list you have or multiple dictionary you have somewhere lying. Okay, and basically through this program you are trying to read those stuff uh, through and set the variables. So I can tell you the logic what has been used, but what exactly output and all, it's very difficult because
Yeah, that we know because we are currently using these things. Like if you see in salt, grains.get is something similar to the fact in Ansible.
yeah. So I can yeah, something similar. I can help you iterating the list and dictionary through the Jinja file, and with a little bit of Python programs and all with the Python functions, I can help you. So yep, those are the same thing as Neelam suggested. It's iterating through the list things. Okay, yeah. Let me cover this one in a separate topic today only. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So guys, let's get started. First, let me cover this register only. So what is register? Okay. So now let me show you directly demo. So that way it will save our time also. Very simple program. Let's use this one. Now, what we are doing here is now you tell me, except this module, which is called shell module. Now here you have probably this one you don't understand, but do you understand this one, this part? Everyone, do you understand this part? Everyone?
Shell is the module, arguments is child directory.
Right, yeah.
It's going to search for the pattern star.txt in the directory.
Correct, yeah. So basically, what is happening? You can use any modules. I said any modules. You can use any modules. And output of that module, if you want to set into some variables, okay. Again, I'm repeating. Any modules here you have a shell, but here it can be any modules. output of that module, if you want to stored in some variables, and that variable if you want to use somewhere else in your program. Sometime you have a dynamic uh, requirement for declaring the variable. So in that case, yes, if you want to store the output to some variables and use it, then we use register. Simple. So what is happening? Anything which is run, it whatever the output is, here register with output. So let me debug this here. Debug. Here it is. Rather than let me use this one. Okay. So here I'll go tmp. It will find it, set the output, debug, var, find output. Now debug module we have discussed. We know that if you can use this for displaying that variables on the console. So now let me do localhost only for time being, and copy. So Rajesh cd var. Now here I'm using tmp, so touch one file I'm creating in temp rajesh1.txt. Okay, now this is the file vi register dot yaml. Here temp find done. So ansible -playbook. Now this should be registered directly. Sorry. Now you have got this output. Now here, this is the output. You see here, this is a simple things. Here you look at this. This is the list. But here again you have a list. So now how to iterate through the list and dictionary, I'll teach you. That's which is a part of this. But here, this is the output. Now anything which you want to use it, find output for this, you can do that. So this is your variable. This is your value. This is the variable. So this is all about register variable. We use it for the dynamic declaration, dynamic variable declaration in Ansible. Make sense? Any questions? Any questions? Guys? Hello?
No, Rajesh, nothing from my end.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I will use register variables in some project also. So I think some questions was I given you assignment yesterday, which was involved with this. So this is one. So I will give you one more assignment related to this set var, set fact, get fact, and all this stuff little later. Let me go through this Ansible rules which I had to complete and remaining topics. So Ansible Galaxy is important one. So now I have told you what is Ansible rules. Do we have any questions on Ansible rules? I covered yesterday also, and there's no lab done, but whatever we have done, any questions on that front? Any questions on that front?
No, Rajesh.
Okay, so now here let me tell you here one thing. What about if I ask you, you don't even have to develop a rules? Yes, You don't have to even write any single playbook. You don't have to write even single programs, and still you will be able to do most of the work done. And when I say you do not have to write any single program and most of this work done, that means not your the automation for the your configuration management or deployment related work to your project specific code, but to something which is common requirement. For example, let's say you want to install Java in hundreds of machines. Okay, are you going to write up rules for this? No. You want to install, let's say, Tomcat. You want to install JBoss. You want to install IIS. You want to install, uh, you know, something else like a common tool which is publicly available, and hundreds of times people have done it in the past. So are you going to also redo the work and spend your days and weeks of time frame to write a production ready rules? Answer is no. So that questions come along. How can we uh, just a second? How can we do it without writing any even a single code? So answer is how to reuse a code which has been written by someone else. Now, one more thing, when I say code, then I am talking about a role, because remember, I said very clearly if you share your code with someone else, share with each, but using roles. So, what is the answer for this? Answer is Ansible Galaxy. Okay, what is Ansible Galaxy? It's just a website. Instead of writing, let's go and browse this Ansible website. Here it is. Look at this here. These are the categories of roles. See here, you have thousands of modules, and here you have thousands of roles. Ansible gave you thousands of modules. On top of that, community gave you thousands of modules. Yes, all the community modules, you will find it at GitHub also. If you search on GitHub, hundreds and hundreds of modules free of cost, written in different languages, you will find it out. Yeah, some of the modules are not supported by Ansible, so you can find it out in the GitHub. But same time, thousands of modules thousands of roles are available on this portal. Many roles has been written by uh, Red Hat team, Ansible team, and many roles has been written and shared by uh, a community like people like you and me. Okay, so here these are the category: system based roles, development based roles, networking based roles, cloud based roles, database based roles, monitoring, packaging, playbooks, bundle, security, and web. So one more thing I need an input for from someone. I think you want me to cover the cloud. When I say cloud, then cloud is a huge thing. So when I say cloud, which cloud you are talking about? Are you talking about you want the demo on AWS or Azure or GC? Which cloud you are referring to?
Mostly AWS and Azure.
Okay, so I will
We
use
don't use GCP as of now.
yeah. So I will use AWS or Azure during the demo covering this.
You can,
Yeah, tell me.
yeah, you can use AWS and Azure.
Okay. So I'll use this one with the dynamic inventory. I will use it. Okay. So yeah. So here there's different kind of modules are available. Sorry, roles are available. Now let's say go to the development. Most of the time we want to automate the development environment or system setup or something like that, networking, cloud, security, a hell lot of them, and thousands of roles you find it here. But if you find so many roles, you get confused which one to use it. Okay, so first thing, understand this. Here you find everything. Here you find everything. But the question is what you want. So let's say I want, let's say Java installation. That means I have a one requirement as part of my product setup in every platform. When I say every platform of ARS remote server, I want to get installed Java. And for that, strategy is number one. Either you go and write playbook, convert into the roles. That's the one thing. It might take 1 week or 10 days or whatever it is to write, properly test, and to make the production ready. That's a one approach. Or you go here, come here, and then download the tested roles and use it in your program. Simple. What should be your approach? You decide. Again, so let's say I want to install Java, and if I search Java here, I can search at the home page also, and here there's so many Java related rules you have it. See, install Java, install Oracle Java, OpenJDK installation, so many things are there. But if I look at it, how do I decide which rule I should use it? Okay, so first thing, you see that sign here, all this green sign here, you see this just a second guys. There was some noise coming from outside. Let's close the window. Yeah, so here if you look at this very carefully, there's some concern here. Okay, there's some concern here. So yes, you decide by looking at this stick, which is having green stick, which is having red stick, which is having yellow stick. You look at the score also, and most importantly, look at the download also. Look at this number of downloads. Each roles has a number of download. And one more thing which you have to look at it is this one, last imported. That means by looking at this one, you will come to know when was the last development has happened to that particular rules. That means let's say some rules are very old, then you should avoid it because you might not work in the your Ansible environment with the latest configurations and all. Might, I said might. Again, you can change it if you want it. So here Ansible community says if some of the thing is not working, no problem, you can become a collaborator over there for the each roles, and you can contribute. It's not like you should always use, you should share also knowledge and work. Now if I look at this all this thing, I see that Girling guy who's working in Red Hat, actually he has written Java. Okay, this is one of the thing. If you look at the most download, good scores, recently updated, and all this thing, if you want to know more about it, you can read the details, read me and many things about this about this role. And you see that these are the OS platform this role is supported to. And I see that all the Linux version you have it. Why only Linux? Because remember, the modules are different for Windows completely. So all the Linux flavors we have it, and these are the versions of this code over the period of time. If you look at this 6 years, this guy is maintaining this code actually, right? So with a different version. Now last commit has happened 2 months ago. Where's the commit? So let me tell you, as per the good practice, anything which you upload here, you should keep the code in the GitHub, and here is the code. So yes, you can check each and every file also. Okay, and how many contributors you have? So you can look at this here, 15 contributors. That means 50 people is managing this role. So like that, you have so many roles, same pattern, same concept, you have to work with it. Now here is saying if you want to use these roles in the task, use this way. Now look at this here. What is this? What is this? Java underscore package. Any idea? What is
It's
it?
a role.
Think about it one more.
Fact variable.
Think about it one more time. Available
You mean the
variable is
Fact
dictionary key?
variable.
it's not a
Okay.
fact. It's not fact variable, no, because remember I said fact variable will start from Ansible underscore, correct? So which version you want Java package? It's a variable. It's been set here. Now Java home, all this thing. Here you see how to use the role. Here they have given you complete code actually here and licenses MIT and BSD. BSD means you can use it, you can share it, you can modify it, whatever you want. So everything you have it here, but same time you have information here also. Okay, read me, you can click on this. So yes, I think all these are self-service. I will not spend too much of time. You spend 5 minutes, you get it, nothing big with it. So here now the question is how do we uh, copy this role? How do we copy this? I want this role. So either you come and download and do the tedious process, whatever you want to do. You can download this, extract this, or clone this, or get this. You want it, but also Ansible way also you can get this role easily. Just copy this Ansible Galaxy. Now the question is, what is Ansible Galaxy? So guys, Ansible Galaxy is another tool. So far, can you help me? I forgot like how many tools we have covered so far. Where I was actually here. Yeah. So how many tools we have covered so far, guys?
Ansible Playbook, Ansible
Ansible Playbook. Yep.
Ansible Config.
Yeah. But I think I have not covered. But yes, you can use that Ansible config also for the configuration. So that's one thing. But now I'm covering Ansible Galaxy. Now, like this, if you want to know many tools, I told you, you go to this place here, which Ansible, and go to this place, CD, and you find many tools actually. And over the period of time, Tower also will cover some of the tools. For example, Ansible Star. So these are the tools will help you, by the way, will help you to get your task done. See, Galaxy we are learning right now. Inventory we can use with Tower. This is a very good pull and push. So pushing is there from the Tower, pull is there from the Ansible pull. Okay, and pushing is there from the Ansible command line tool also, which we were using so far. That's a push base. Here pull, vault, I'll talk about it. Okay, if you are into the testing, automation testings and acceptance testings and all, here it is. So yes, many things are there for that. So I am talking about Ansible. So it's a different utility and you have so many options here also. So here -h, and look at this here, collections and roles. And here you see Ansible Galaxy collections and Ansible Galaxy role. So most of the time we want to work with a role. Okay, so here role -h, and you see what you can do. So basically, if you remember yesterday I did Ansible Galaxy init. I do not have to provide the role because that's a shortcut to create structure of role. So yes, you can remove, delete, list, search, import, setup, login, info, install through command line on this. So Ansible Galaxy is a command line tool to work with galaxy.ansible.com. Okay, so this is the best way. Now who can register it? Anyone can register it. You can go and get registered, have one account and get started. So now I have told you what is Ansible Galaxy, but I have to use the rules which is written by someone else. So how to do that? So if I go to my directory Rajesh CD role work, and here roles, I have only one roles, I guess. These are the fake roles which we created, but this is the real role. So yeah, so how can we get this role? So now getting a rules is very simple. Copy this code and put it up. So here Ansible Galaxy install Girling Guy. This is the role name. My role name was Web, but this role name is Girling Guy. Whereas Girling Guy is the ID which you can find on Ansible, and Java is the role name. So you download, that's a format in which we download. So now whenever you say install, Ansible Galaxy knows where to communicate. Automatically it's inbuilt, we don't have to tell, and enter. Now it will download in your user home, by the way. User home means your, whichever you logged in. I am a root right now. So it's downloaded in your user home dot ansible dot roles Girling Guy. So now you saw that here. So far you should also know one more thing, location of the role. Okay, you can have it in the current directory that we have used it yesterday. You can have it in etc Ansible roles. This is the system location for this roles, and user specific roles you can have it in $home slash this one. Okay, so these are the three locations. Any location which you are comfortable with, you can have it. By default it goes to here. You can copy back to here also, there's not a problem. But actually when Ansible look for the roles, these are the three locations, whereas this is the current directory is the location. First it look for this, then second, third, and stuff like that. Where to keep the roles? So you have to decide, you have to take up call. This is a management skills. How do you manage those roles? Because in real time you may have a 20-30 roles which is shared and written by public, community roles. So you have to decide whether you want to keep it in the system accessible with all the users, or you want to only access yourself or some common directory, whichever you want. So here I have these roles, Girling Guy. I could have copied back to my current directories also here, but I'm not doing it. So what I have to do? I have to use it. So what I have to do? I think you know that how to use it. I don't have to tell you. What I have to do is Java. That's all. Sorry, not Java. It is what was the name? Girling Guy. That's all. So you just imagine you have not written even single line of code. You have not written any single line of code, and you are having the rules which is can install Java without a single parameter pass to all the platform, all the Linux platform. So now you know what I'm doing. I'm showing you I did not do anything great. Just inserted this role name after the download in the Girling Guy, and then Ansible playbook -I inventory and site.yaml. Java is not there in that machine. Be mindful about it. And there is an error. What is the error? Can you help me?
IP address.
What is that?
I think you need to change the ACS IP address.
IP address. That's correct. So here, now my role is executing. Now after that it's gone to the Girling Guy, and you see here. Now you want to check the logic. You can see the code. Now it's installing. Ensure the Java is installed. All the messages is a part of the task.
Rajesh Neelam here. I have a doubt on this part. We have downloaded the role from Galaxy and then we included into the playbook. Like any other role, we have given the name. Is there a way to dynamically call that role from Ansible, like how we do include statements in the programming languages, like using the other codes directly in the programming? So, is there a way in calling the Galaxy role directly?
I have not seen as such any program, but ultimately you have to have in a local to execute it. Now the question is, how could I download? So you could do something like this in the site.yaml. The logic is something like this. Site.yaml, you have a roles, but you can have a tasks also, remember? And here you can call the task shell task. And here you can call this parameter. So before running itself, just a second. Before running it, sorry, I have to write up. So here, before running the roles, you are getting in the local this role, and then you can run it. So this way you can do that to achieve this. This is a logic you can apply, but I have not seen any such things. Which maybe again there must be some modules. That's a different thing. But I have not seen it, so I cannot comment on that. Just a second. Module for
Even I have not tried that, so that's why I asked. So,
yeah,
like
so
in
this
Go
logic-
language, we will include some other.
this language, this logic will work for sure. You in the site.yaml use the task and then you call the rows. And in the playbook, you know that it's a sequence. It runs in the sequence, so you'll take care of it. But let me check automatic download more Ansible module for downloading roles automatic. I think there is no as such module available or something like that. If it is available, definitely Google will immediately tell me that to the query. I'm just checking. Include is a different thing. Do not perceive. We have covered the include for the play level and task level already. Do not think about this. No, I think no, but again, I'm not doing the proper research. So I have not used it. I have not seen it. So I cannot comment. But this will work for sure if you want like that.
Excellent.
Okay, so here you go and check this Java. You see it's installed now. Which version of? One 1.8. That's good. Now you must be wondering, I don't want 1.8. I want something else. So can you help me? What should be done? Who asked to install 1.8? I did not ask. I did not ask. So what to do? I want 1.11. I don't want 1.8. Tell me. What? Think about it and tell me.
In the variable we can give, or we
Yeah.
can prompt for the version.
Prompting is not a good practice, to be honest, with the roles. Prompting we just use for the playbook label. I mean, if you have one or two playbook, prompting we don't use it for it. But yes, you can embed in the default or vars. You know that two directories I told you where you can embed that which version you want it, and you can declare. So now let's go ahead and look at the roles itself, the one which is we downloaded. Okay, so here if you see cd roles, and this is the guy, Girling guy. Now look at this here, very beautifully this guy has programmed, and this has been managed from last 6 years I think, right? So here you see you have a task. So first it will call this main.yaml. Now look at the logic. This is a production ready roles. Okay, and it's one of the most popular roles what we have. So here you have a task main.yaml, but here we too have a three different YAML, one for Debian, one for FreeBSD, one for Red Hat. Debian support apt, Red Hat support yum, FreeBSD support d, I think Debian only, I guess, in that case, FreeBSD. Now here you see there's a template. Now there's a multiple variables, depends on the environment, like a Debian, Fedora, FreeBSD. So everything you see here, and then you see templates, task, default, main.yaml. So let's start with the main.yaml of the default. So vi, let's go inside that. It's very easy for that. Look at this. Let's deep dive into this. More default main.yaml, and you see here Java home is set nothing. Okay, that means default nothing. But can we check the same variable? Do we have this on the variables, vars, and var? My platform is Red Hat, right? So vars. So do we have a Red Hat 7 somewhere here? And you see here it's set for here. So there is nothing, but here is set here. Now, but when it's RHEL, when it will when it's we detect when it is RHEL 7, then you should pick this file. Where do we code this one? So then we have to look for the task, because every answer is hidden in the tasks directory. Look at this. And first, what file we should open? Main.yaml. And look at this here. Same way they have coded, and we know this code very well. Okay, see here. Look at this, my screen. If it is a FreeBSD, this is the, by the way, just a name, but real code is here. When, look at this, when. This is the real Ansible programming. Here, set fact is a one module. Okay, set fact is a one module. You can set the variable. Set fact means system variable. You can set the system variable. So this is the way we are calling. Again, when, look at this, and you understand this whole stuff. Include a task, include vars, and stuff like that. So do you find any difficulties understanding this? Look at this. When this, and at last there is one template. Using that you are setting up the Java home. See here, they are adding into the profile itself destination. So it's very simple code, elegant code, well written in Ansible. Any doubts? Did you not understand this code? Any questions? Here you see they have used the function, Python function. What is a split? Split is a Python function which they are using it. Split by this too. Yeah, guys, are you there?
Rajesh, I have a question. So if you want to change the Java version from 1.8 to from 1.7, so where would we change that in the rows?
Yeah, so this answer you have to think and tell me, because if you tell me, I'll be happy. This is the structure, and think and tell me where should you change.
Should we change in task?
No. Why task? Why task?
No, I could see somewhere else in that different versions based on the Red Hat versions.
Yeah. That's where should we change? Yes.
Where it would be on.
Yeah. You have to keep it, because remember, every package name for the different platform is different. So yes, you have to change. Let's say I'm using Red Hat 7, so you have to change here. If you use Red Hat 6, you have to change here. So this is the directory where you should change the desired as per this program. See, this guy has not hard coded anything. He has not hard coded anything here. If you want to say, I said, remember why we use vars? Because user can change it. Why we use default? Because something you should set default, so that way failure should not come. Here he has set the variable and made it null value. That means that will have a null, that way it will have a skip, no error. So this is the location. Are you understanding this?
Okay, thank you.
Again,
Yeah.
let me show you the main.yaml. Probably you'll get this understanding. See here. Here, let me show you the include vars. Here it says, when if it is a Fedora, which is not in our case, mine is RHEL, right? So here, look at this here. When my operating system is CentOS or a Red Hat, then include variables. What variables? This variable. Where is lying? In that folder. So that way. Include variables, that folder. Now this is the little bit of trick he has done it to use that file, which is this one. Okay, understand this?
Yes, Rajesh.
Okay, so now we have understood, if you understand Ansible, except your project code, you don't have to write any code with the help of Ansible Galaxy. And the roles is this one, nothing else. So now you understand tasks, you understand templates, you understand variables, you understand defaults. But one thing which is very much missing actually, and that I did not explain you yesterday also, and that is meta. Okay, what is meta? So meta holds multiple significance actually, multiple significance. So let's deep dive into that and then find it out. For example, let's say you are having the books. Okay, books, cd meta. So you are having books. Let's say book. Here, images, and this is the book. So any book, if you look at this, will have a certain information about the book. What kind of information? Information about the title of the book, author of the book, references of the book, some copyright statement of the book, indices of the book, and also some preface pages will be there in which it will talk about what will be covered, how to go about it, and all stuff like that. And also they will tell you, before reading this book, do you need to read any other books also or not? Some references and stuff like that. So it's like this. So meta will contain meta. Simple. Meta directory will contain meta information about that role. So it has a main.yaml, and in the main.yaml you find nothing but meta information about a role. For example, author, role name, author, description, company, license, and minimum Ansible version. Now these are the things you find it. Out of which this is the important one. When you set minimal Ansible version, that means you are forcing Ansible to run the rules only and only if this is there. This is also important. You are forcing Ansible to run the rules only and only if the platform is this one. Okay, there are some taggings also. These taggings you can use for the easily locate the runtime environment for your use cases. What is a tag? It's very simple thing, but you have to use in the context to understand that. So I will talk about this tagging. For time being, I'm just telling you here. I provided site.yaml. In the site.yaml, you provide the rules and then hyphen role name. You can provide the tag also. How? I'll talk about it, not to confuse you right now. But this is important. This is important. Now, one thing which is more important, which is important, but it is missing actually, and that is dependency. That means what you are trying to tell, there's a thing here. You write in the site.yaml, this is the role 1, role 2. So first it will run this one, second run it will this one. But what happens? You don't want to run in a sequence. What you said, I have only one role 1 in the site.yaml. But you set not a role 2 here, you set, okay, before role 1, this role is dependent on role 2. So how can you set the dependency? That means before this, first you run this, then run this. How can we set the dependency? So that is very important, and that you can set through the meta only. You can look at this here, the code. Right now it's not available, but I will go to my code, which is here, cd Rajesh cd roles web cd meta vi main.yaml. See here, this is a skeleton they gave you. You should modify at least once to get comfortable with it, that all the skeleton is very well defined. And here you see dependency. Okay, so this you have to add it dependency here. So now what I am doing is I am not calling the rules Girling guy. So go back in the site.yaml. I'm not calling this guy here, Girling guy here. I don't want this. I want whenever web should run it, before that Girling guy rule should get executed. So for that, what I'm doing is vi roles web meta main.yaml, enter, go to that dependency section and here add this list and save it. And now also the spacing is correct. Ansible playbook -i inventory and site.yaml. There's spelling mistake. Yeah, I was knowing that. So just a second. Ansible meta main.yaml dependency format. Dependency. This. So one, two, one, yeah. And you see here, look at this very carefully. Now first Girling has run and then web has run. So guys, did you understand the dependencies stuff, roles dependencies? Guys, do you understand this?
Rajesh, if you don't mind, can you open meta directory in main.yaml?
Yes.
Why it is skipping that the green Java file?
Yeah, skipping.
Well,
Yeah, if you look at this, the code, just again, I'll come back to the open that file. Here, if you see that skipping because of the validation, when dub, then run this. So I'll skip it because condition is not true. So that way it will skip this.
Can you go back to site.aml because it's look like it's suspending that Java YAML, not this one, site.aml. So you suspend that one, that Girling guide.java with hash symbol.
It's commented. That means it's not running.
But you mentioned in the other meta file like it's a dependencies of Girling guide.java.
Yeah,
So how we did agree with that?
So here it is. So what is happening? The same thing which I said. This is the web. Let's talk about in our scenario. This is the web. Now I don't want to run in the sequence web and Girling guy. I want to have the dependencies out of it. So web, before web, let's say I'll put it in this way. Before Tomcat, you need a Java, correct? So Tomcat you are installing, but before that you have to install Java. Let's say applications required a Tomcat. Tomcat required Java, like this. So this is the dependency, you can set it up. That is what I did.
Yes, I understand that. Dependencies, I understand. So my question is why you have the suspend that inside Girling.java. So if you set dependency, you should first execute Girling.guide.java, then you can execute JWeb, right? Why do you make us that symbol?
This is a comment symbol actually.
Yeah.
I commented because I don't want to execute as a sequence. I wanted to execute as a dependency. I mean, your question is like, why did I comment it out? Because I didn't want it to run in a sequence.
Yeah. Okay. Because our case is we use multiple files which is depends one another. So in that case, we should not suspend that rule. So
Yes.
that's what my query is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both the condition you can use depends on your requirement. Either you can call the rules in a sequence if it is not having dependencies, but if you have some dependency, if you want to make sure that this is installed, so worst case scenario, you want to keep the dependency. My topic was how to address the role dependencies through the meta file. That was the question for me.
Okay.
Did you understand that? Yeah, there was one question actually. Someone was saying, I missed it. What was that?
Yeah, I got it, Rajesh. Just I want to know what was the error. So I think it's a space. Am I right?
Yeah, spacing is very important here. So yes, guys, this is the meta.
Rajesh, after this,
Yes, tell me.
after this, shall we go for a small?
Yeah, we'll have a break, and after that we have a project also. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? So we finished the role right now. If you think something which we need to cover, please do let me know. So we'll talk about it. Okay. So I think let's have a one break for 15 minutes. And once we come back from the break, then I will give you one project, and this project is very much important. Let me tell you here, this project everyone has to do that, and this is a consolidated, things. Let's say if you got some, anything which you learn, you have to use in that project, and you have to submit that project to me through the GitHub. I'll get it myself committed. I mean, I'll commit that code, whatever you write in the Ansible, and that if you can complete this project, then I will understand this. This is a good session. Else, if that project is not completed, that means definitely it's not a good sign for me. Okay. So
Rajesh, will you provide us any ARS missions?
yes, I'll provide. Today I will provide each and every one different machines. Yes. Any other questions, guys, before going for the break? No questions. Okay. So I will tell you that flow, what will be the things. I will allow you to go through the project after the break. After the break, I will edit, after that, once you complete the project, I will audit the project, and also we'll see that who got stuck. And after that, we'll have to go through, these are just a small topic. I'll give you an example for it. I'll do that. And something was for Ansible Galaxy is covered. I'll just check the list of it. I'll go through the list only. That way it will benefit you also. So anything which is missing, I will keep covering the same format rather than going through this way. Okay.
So Rajesh, will you cover any Windows-based modules?
Yes, definitely I will cover the Windows based. And let me tell you how much you want to spend this time here. You have to decide. You tell me.
As we are reducing time in Ansible Tower, we can focus on these things.
Okay, so
and one more thing is actually if you cover how to package the Windows that means Windows packages.
How to cover? I mean, sorry, I didn't get this question.
Regarding the Windows package, installing the MSI, creating a Windows package.
Okay. You are saying like installing the MSI through the Ansible on Windows. Is that right? Yeah. Of course, yes. This is. Yeah. Okay, so you'll have let's say 2 to 3 hours for the Windows, because Windows is little bit slow actually. So we have to assign a little bit more time because it's slow. It's easy, but little bit slow. So, okay, for 2 hours or 3 hours, you tell me. I will allocate only that much of time.
If you liked our Ansible session so far, please enroll for our channel membership $399 plan to get access of all the parts. Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.